So, if an AI artist gets signed before a real human artist, is that fair? That's what we're here elaborating on right now. We're seeing virtual singers land brand deals, label deals, and chart placements while real artists grind for years to see a breakthrough. So today, we're asking the big question: who actually deserves the deal, the artist or the algorithm? So here's the context. Let's get into it. AI artists like FN Meka, or maybe FN Meka. You got New Nori. I'm probably not even saying it right. Then you have Amy Moon, right? And those type of artists have already signed major label deals, right? And FN Meka even inked one with Capitol Records right before Backlash made them drop it a week later. So basically, y'all have to stay tuned for me to dive into that Backlash. Okay, so then you have other artists. You have the real artists that I would like to say: Kehlani, which we talked about, Drake, and Nick Cave. I just Google searched it real quick so y'all can, further see quickly see the photos, right? So they have spoken out. Kehlani said AI feels like it's cheapening the creative grind. And, so to say, to an extent, I agree with her. Then you have Nick Cave called AI songwriting a grotesque mockery of the human experience, right? But not everyone is against it. You have people like Grimes, who we've also discussed, right? Literally said, use my voice, just share the royalties. I mean, she literally changed the game, in my opinion. So what we're seeing now isn't just tech, it's a creative divide. And what I like to do is, mention this type of information to see how we can collide instead of divide. So, who deserves the deal? AI artists don't sleep, don't miss deadlines, and can drop 10 songs a day. From a label's view, that's profit. Now, when I think about don't miss deadlines, I think about how some artists like to run off on the plug twice, and in this case, AI artists are incapable of doing that as long as the people who create the AI artists execute, whatever deals they have in place, So, but real artists, they can bring experience, emotion, and connection, things you can't replicate in code. And what I have to, elaborate on that part is, I think, fans and things like that, I think we're looking for the next Michael Jackson. I think we're looking for the next Beyonce. And because so many artists are coming out every single day or are changing their their career to want to be an artist, I think we're losing the connection. I think we're losing the emotion because it's so divided amongst so many different people, and the creativity is lessening. I have to agree with some of those things, right? So Drake even joked about, after the viral AI Heart on My Sleeve track, which we've also discussed, so definitely go back and check out that video, saying it was the last straw. That wasn't just frustration, that was fear of being digitally replaced. Now, kind of an interesting comment, being that they allowed it to play and probably requested money from it. Don't quote me on that. That's just a guess as far as the money part, but they definitely let it play for a while. So when we talk about deserving the deal, we're really asking, do we value output or do we value authenticity? Okay, and we have to get into it. Fans are pretty much split as well, right? So with fans being split, some say if the song's good, who cares who made it? I'm starting to see more people playing Zania Monet, and it's kind of shocking to me. Others say AI can't feel heartbreak, so how could it write about it? That's a great question. That goes back to that emotion and connection part, right? And then we have labels are pretty much caught in the middle of the whole entire thing. So, and that's going back into drawn to the low risk but scared of public backlash. That goes back into the FN Meka situation or the controversy. So I just did a quick, Google search on it, and you see all of these different people who pretty much talked about it. That was 2022. We 3 years later right now. Okay, so of course AI has tremendously enhanced since then. So after the FN Meka fallout, Capitol, Records literally apologized for being insensitive to the black community because the AI rapper used stereotypical language created by non-black developers. Now that's interesting. That's something that I'm sure they had to pay for on that, unfortunately. But hey, that's the great thing about AI is when you change your perspective on it, the fact that it can enhance and change situations like that quickly, right? That moment exposed the real issue, not just music, but culture and ethics. So here's where I stand, right? We're going to get into it. If we let AI get record deals, the definition of artist changes. The question isn't whether AI can make good music, it's whether we as listeners care about the story behind it. And for some people, I can see that, it's just about the music. Is it a good song? For other people, I can see, is it real? Is it authentic? And as fans, we can always tell the difference. So this is where this divide is happening, right? AI can imitate emotion, but it can't live it. And in music, that's the part that connects us, right? So that's where we want to collide at. So y'all tell me, just let me know. What do you think? Okay? Should artists be signed, or should record deals be for humans only? Did I say that right? Should AI artists be signed, right? Or should record deals be for humans only? Okay? So what I need y'all to do is drop your thoughts below, then stick around, because in the next video we're asking this particular question right here. Would you actually stream an AI artist? Have you done it already? Make sure y'all comment below, and we can chat about it further there, right? Stop searching, start debating. Let's remember AI is a tool, not a replacement. How can we connect with it instead of shy away from it, because we got to get ahead of where the game is going. All right, so I'll catch you guys in the next one. You gotta stay tuned for it.